Locker Knockers, and I wanted to show I did put the walls up. I did put the walls up in the Hobbit house, so there you can see front end, and I did start working on the door. And I did put a little layer up. We gotta give this, it's not monster mud. I love that stuff too, but it's not the dry, joint compound mixture. DCM, that's what we're gonna call it. Now I'm tired of trying to remember it. Okay, the walls are up, pretty sturdy. So my dilemma is, do I put up the outer walls, 3 outer walls, and work like that, or do I leave them open and start working on the inside? Now, the base is a little flimsy. I really need to put something thicker underneath here. Permanent, I don't want to put the permanent base on it right now. That would be wood. But I do need something more, because it's still kind of, yeah, I put heavy duty corrugated cardboard box or something to use underneath here to make it a little bit more steady and stable. Because I do this, and look at my two walls, my entry and entrance. Yeah, they're moving. So that's my next step. I'll come back when I have it done. Welcome back to Locker Knockers. I saw that the really thin base of my Hobbit house was a little wonky, and it can affect the walls when you're done with it. So I decided to make another thicker base, which I should have done the first place. So I don't exactly know the right size here, but about 14 by 10 piece of thick corrugated cardboard. I put one side of it with the contractor grade masking tape, just in strips, just on one side, and then I used my what got thick overnight, now I completely forgot what I renamed this. Welcome to aging. It got a little thick. It's in the process of drying. And this stuff dries fairly quickly. I forgot what I was going to call it. Oh, Lord. Senile much. Yes. But anyway, when it's all dry, I will come back and I will have the thin one put permanently on the thicker one so that it's not so wobbly, which made me really concerned about the walls. So I will be back in a few minutes. Hi, welcome to Locker Knockers. This is the crone, of course. Utums is working. So it's just me on my own, but it's usually me on my own doing crafty things anyway, so that's alright. As you can see, the walls are up. These are a little unstable, but they'll be fine just as soon as I put furniture against them. And my phone just went off. Anyway, and it took all day yesterday for this other base that I put on here to be glued to the floor plan base. It took forever, so I'm glad that's over with. I'll live and learn. I'll never do that again. But remember, this is the kitchen, and I started on the fireplace. Now remember, this is just the start of it. I needed the basic shape of the, what's the part called? The inside of the fireplace. So this is where all the fire goes, right here. And this I will be using as the first layer of the bricks that will be going around it. So this will be going right here, oops, in the kitchen. I did make this weird looking little desk for the study / library. No, it's not done, so please. Just simple little boxes, sort of, and I use the thicker cardboard for on top, and this will go right in front of the window in the study/library. Now in the library, it's going to be a mess, because if you never looked around at the Hobbit house during the filming, during the movie, any of them, Lord of the Rings, blah blah blah, you will see that Bag End was a mess. There were books stacked and papers strewn everywhere, so that's basically how the library's study is going to look. Well, going through my things, I came across this I made weeks ago for another little fairy house I was making, but it was so small. The fairy house is going to be so small, and this was a little bit too big. This is a fireplace. That was supposed to go in that one, but I kind of scrapped that idea because it was just too tiny. The house was. But all these stones are just simply hot glue gun, little goop droplets onto parchment paper, and then you just glue them onto your little cardboard, whatever. This was like, I made it as I went. I didn't plan it out, and it came out okay so far. I just need little twigs and stuff. Oh, here we go. Change of season. Gotta love it. With a little mantle on top. So, see, you can see how tiny the mantle is. That's how teensy weensy everything that goes up there is gonna have to be. So, my hands just aren't gonna be able to take that. I have nerve damage, so yeah, my hands are not gonna take that tiny little work right now. Okay, so found that. Now I got the front door almost completed. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's textured. It has lines for the boards, and the same thing on that side. You can see lines better on that side, but this is the inside, this is the outside, and it will go right here. When it opens, there. No. We don't do that now. Mom's recording. We don't do that now. Hush up. Anyway, this wouldn't happen if I was my way back. But I'm not my way back right now. It's too hot. And try to disregard the background noise. That is the AC unit. It's loud. It's obnoxious. But there's nothing I can do about that right now. So, the door will be able to swing inward. How I'm going to get that to do that, I don't have, because there's a double problem. It's a round door. You can only have one hinge. I don't think I can find a hinge small enough to attach to the wall, but I do have other ideas that might work, and it might involve duct tape. Strong, it lasts forever unless you cut it. So we'll find out later on. So that's almost done. Today, what I really want to do is get that layer, thin layer, if I can find my, get off there, plugs everywhere. If I can find my thin, I haven't been able to find my thin container, really thin container of CJM, joint compound mud, but this might work. And I did find a popsicle stick, so now I have a better stir than using my 4 brushes. This, I think, is it does have a strong smell once you kind of a sewery type smell, kind of poo-poo smell when you first open it up, but that's just it's nothing to worry about. It hasn't gone bad. Now, if it turns different color, like dark spots, then you have to worry about that. Might want to make a new batch. But, well, actually, this might be thin enough. If I add little water as I go along, this might actually be thin enough. We'll find out. We'll find out. I'm going to do my stuff out of the way, because I know me, I'm a slob. Oh yeah, that's perfectly fine. This'll work. You just want that first layer on there. I will be going back over it again. I forgot to take the tape off of that. What? It doesn't matter. It's just tape. It is just tape. Now this stuff will dry in just mere minutes, so I'm not worried about the time. I do want to get extra up against the walls. Kind of helps cover up some of the hot glue that came out. Now once I get a really good couple of layers, I will go back with a fine sandpaper and I will sand it all down a little bit. Doesn't have to look good, no one's going to see it. Just a nice thin little layer. I just came across while I was recording the Razorback football game for Jake, who is a big fan of college football. I don't understand that. I don't want to understand that. It's just a game. But, oh well, he wanted me to record it. So while I was searching through that, trying to find it on Espen, free advertisement there, I came across on YouTube. This I might have to remove because this will be really lumpy over here. So I'm going to remove these as best I can. There was a lot of it over here. See how good that stick? Ugh, that's messed up. That's better. So, I came across, I think, the initials for the YouTube channel. I don't know if I can find. I just set it aside. Now I can't find it again. Oh, here it is. KRTLSLND. That's his YouTube channel. I think it means Kirksland. Or Kirksland. One of the two. Doesn't matter. But check it out. They do, or he does, some really awesome haunted houses. I was in awe watching this guy. That's a goop. We put goops on the side. There we go. So you want to see some really awesome haunted houses, you go check him out. That's I put it back. KRTLSLND on YouTube. Go check them out. I'm going to remove this one too. Maybe. I can get my fingers on it. There we go. Kind of doing this blindly. I can't really see what I'm doing. Also, I'm going to give a shout out to a program I came across last night. I was desperately looking for a really basic but free video editing program. And after going through all the rigmarole of saying, oh, it's 100% free. No, it's not. I found one that is free. And it's called, give me a second, my brain is still trying to function. It is called, I think, Clip Clamp. That's what it's called. And it is free, and it does exactly what I want it to do. I don't need fancy schmancy crap, but it does exactly what I wanted it to do. And I got it. So then I spent about 4 hours last night editing a whole bunch of stuff. So I did not get to sleep till about, we don't want that hair in there. I spent, all that time. So I fell asleep around 4:30 in the morning. I was tired. And I didn't get up till I didn't wake up again until about 11:30 this morning, which was a late start. Dogs were kind of mad at me. We're hungry and we gotta pee. We don't care what order it's in. Actually, we do. We gotta pee. I should have said that. Now I got little eyeballs on me going, pee? Can we go? Are we going? Anyway, that's a very good program. See how my mind just wanders off and goes off into one thought leads to another, and then I'm completely off subject. I do it all the time. Please bear with me if you don't like it. Just mute me. Okay, that has to dry. And in the meantime, I'm going to go get some other things ready for round 2. So I will see you in a few minutes. One more update. Here's a floor plan. Floor plan. Okay, the walls are up here, and this is the front door, sort of. Foyer, not foyer, or entrance. The study, library, and the kitchen. Now here is where, in the kitchen, if I can get it to stick, close enough, that's where the fireplace is going, and this little mover, don't you dare. The little desk is going to sit right here in the study. And of course, got my little front door. It's going to sit right here. Actually, let's see how the walls are going to look when they're, come on. It's probably going to fall over a few times, but that's okay. And I just realized a boo-boo I made. A little boo-boo. Boo-ber. I forgot to cut out the place for the front door. Oh well. Yeah, I can still do that. It's no big deal. Oh well. I'll be doing that before I'm done for the day. But this is probably my last update until and then I'm done for the day, I hope. Gotta do lots of editing, because I yelled at the dogs quite a few times. Okay, see you later. I was wrong. This is not the last bit. This is the first arch of the fireplace, where the opening is. And I put together, let's see if you see it this way, where these are going to be individual bricks around the fireplace, but you don't want them to look flat, so I'm scoring in between on the lines there, so then when I put my goop on it, you'll be able to see the outlines a little bit better. Hopefully. But it's just really simple. Really simple to do. Just take an X-Acto knife or straight edge and follow the line until you have a little groove. And you do that for the full thing. It's pretty much the same thing I did with the front, well, a little bit different. The front door. I took a ruler and I just slid, actually I used, what did I use? Oh, yeah, I used a toothpick to do the scoring on here, and it worked out quite well on both sides. Don't need expensive tools. Just use what you got. But you go back over the surface to get off the crumbs, and if you can't feel a little ridge there or indent, then go back and score it again. Oh, for God's sake, you scared the crap out of me, dog. Hoover, enough. Apparently there was a leaf blowing across the front door. And you know all leaves are evil, according to him. So we must bark at them. That's basically all you really do. And all I did, Hoover, all I did was I made the arch, a bit where I thought as big as it was going to be. And I cut that out in the thick corrugated cardboard. And then I used that as a base to do these. Now I think these are a 1/2 inch by mistaken. Let me look. Oh. Okay. Almost a half an inch, and on this side, and 1/4 of an inch on this side. Would you stop? Oh my god. Okay, update done. Because he's just going to keep barking.